Good day everyone, my name is Prince Vincent Oluwaton. You can call me Prince or Princeton, short for Prince Luwaton. I like to play outdoor and indoor games and also playing a guitar. If you have a question for me, you can contact me via cell phone number 09484027 and my school email p.luwaton.510887.edu.ph. I am third year student right now in University of Mindanao in Davao City with a course of Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering, major in Structural. So I was born on February 7, 2001. So I am 20 right now. And I live in Alabel, Sarangani province. My motto in life, this is a very popular motto: no pain is no gain. We need to work hard to reach our dream better. To say that in order to achieve or make progress, one must suffer or work hard. So good luck, future engineers. In continuation, how do you cope up in this pandemic? I cope up myself in this kind of crisis by reducing and eliminating expenses. Because right now it very difficult for us to have a extra income since we are facing the pandemic. Second, deciding on location what I prefer to make me comfortable, especially on my online classes. And lastly, setting goals and creating a plan. Because we need to organize ourselves every day to manage properly our tasks and our assignments. The next question, what is your favorite color? How do you associate this color to your life? My favorite color is sky blue. As you can see, I put three words in my presentation because the color of sky blue is always reminding me the beauty of the sky that has no limit and it is so wider. It can give me hope. There is hope to stand firm despite of the problems and rejections in life. And it is very lovely to see because of the color of it and also the reflection. Lastly, I put the word new. What is new in our life? What is new in our world? For me, new is another day. For me to face and fight back again and again, keeping me awake and moving forward every day to have a better life in the future. So the next question, the last question I mean, what is or are your expectations in hydrology? BCE 313 subject during the duration of this class. So I am expecting that it is very helpful for us like me, an engineering student, because of its application that can give a profound knowledge of us that we can use it in the future when we become a successful engineers. So thank you everyone for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself, and now let's move on to our topic for today. In our subject Hydrology BCE 313, first we will discuss the difference between hydrology and hydraulics. And second, the hydrologic cycle and the human impacts. But before we continue, since I am the first reporter, let me introduce to you first the hydrology, the importance of hydrology in civil engineering. In civil engineering, hydrology may be defined as the field of engineering concerned with the study of water resources. Engineering hydrology is a multidisciplinary subject of civil engineering that deals with the occurrence, movement, and distribution of water on the planet. Engineering hydrology is a crucial field or an important field of civil engineering since it is required for the development of a variety of water-related facilities. Engineering hydrology is primarily concerned with the scientific study of the water cycle, water resources, and the long-term sustainability of water resources. It primarily focuses on the use and effective management of water resource in the planning, design, analysis, and operation of water-related projects and constructions. So now we will discuss the difference between hydrology and hydraulics. Hydraulics and hydrology are two science subdisciplines that deals with related subjects. However, there are significant differences between two on a deeper level. Did you know that hydrology and hydraulics are different? So hydrology and hydraulics are derived from two Greek words. What are those? In hydrology, the Greek word is hydrologia. In the other hand, the hydraulics is the hydraulikos. So what are the meaning of these two Greek words in hydrology and hydraulics? Hydrology from hydor means water, and logos means study. On the other hand, the hydraulics from hydor also means water, and olos means pipe. In short, hydrology is the study of water, and hydraulics deals with fluids in motion. A detailed overview of both these topics and the difference between hydraulics and hydrology are provided in this report. Hydrology. The science of rainfall and water, particularly its flow in relation to land, is known as hydrology. It denotes the amount of water runoff that a given region or watershed produces. It is concerned with the movement of water through the hydrologic cycle as well. So hydrologic cycle, let's discuss that later. We will discuss that later. As well as the measurement of rainfall flows. So the quantification of flows that are ultimately produced by precipitation. The precipitation like rain, snow, sleet, hail, and etc. So it deals also with infiltration, evaporation, groundwater flow, and surface runoff and stream flow. While the hydraulics, the term hydraulics is defined as the study of the mechanical behavior of water in physical system. Hydraulics in engineering terms is the study of how surface and or subsurface fluids travel from one place to another. Hydraulic analysis is used to assess flow in rivers, streams, storm, drain networks, water, aqueducts, water lines, sewers, and other water-related systems. Hydraulics is a branch of civil engineering also that deals with generation of power, force, using different types of hydraulics fluids. So hydraulics is concerned with the conveyance. Hydraulics is concerned with conveyance of water through pipes and channels like stream, river, lake, and ocean. So now, let's move on in hydrologic cycle and the human impacts. Let's discuss the definition of hydrologic cycle. Going over the cycle faces human impacts on the hydrological cycle. So let's define what is hydrologic cycle. The hydrologic cycle is a system that depicts how water is distributed and moved between the Earth's surface and its atmosphere. Water is constantly circulated between the seas, the atmosphere, plants, and land in this model. It is a sequence of conditions through which water passes or circulates. It is commonly known as water cycle. So I know that we are all familiar in water cycle. Water cycle is the nature's way of recycling water on Earth. So it is a cycle. So hydrologic cycle is also known as water cycle. So we have 9 major cycle in hydrologic. First is the precipitation. Is any sort of water that originates in the Earth's atmosphere and subsequently falls to the Earth's surface. Second is the condensation, the transformation of water vapor into a liquid state. Then third, the evaporation, water from rivers, seas, and other sources turns into a gas of water vapor. Fourth is the runoff, water that has not been absorbed by the soil. The overflow of surface water into bodies of water such as rivers. 5 is the transpiration, is the process through which plants and animals, including humans, emit and evaporate water vapor through their pores. Then 6, interception, some of the rain that falls on the Earth's surface hits plants, buildings, and other subjects. This rain is reported to have been snatched. Infiltration, rainwater infiltrates the earth from the surface to the root zone. 8, percolation, water will flow down from the root zone until it reaches the aquifer. So 9, lastly, groundwater is found under the majority of the land surface. Water is held in voids within the underlying geologic material, and these water-bearing formations are known as aquifers. So, to better understand the cycle of the water in Earth, so let's watch the video presentation from YouTube.
Welcome to Moo Math and Science. In this video, we will learn about the water cycle. The water we use today has been around for a long time. That is because water can recycle itself in the water cycle, which is also called the hydrologic cycle. Let's start this cycle with the evaporation of water from the surface of the ocean. As this moist air is lifted, it cools and water vapor condenses. It may form clouds. In fact, clouds are made up of tiny water droplets and ice crystals that are so small they can float in the air. This moisture in the atmosphere may be transported around the globe until it returns to the surface as precipitation. Precipitation may take the form of rain, snow, sleet, or hail. Now, once this water reaches the ground, one or two processes may occur. Some of the water may evaporate back into the atmosphere, or the water may penetrate the surface and become groundwater. The groundwater may take several different paths. The groundwater may seep in its way into the oceans, river, or streams. Or it may go into an aquifer, which is a body of saturated rock through which water can easily move. Or it may be released back into the atmosphere through transpiration. Transpiration occurs when leaves from trees and other vegetation give off water vapor through pores in their leaves. Some water on the Earth's surface is not absorbed by plants or become groundwater, and it becomes surface runoff. This runoff may empty into lakes, rivers, and streams, and then is carried back to the ocean where the cycle may begin. So there we go, the basics of the water cycle. Thanks for watching, and Moo Math uploads a new math and science video every day. Please subscribe and share.
So in the video, we see the hydrologic cycle happen. the continual processing of circulation of the water from land into the atmosphere. So we see that the hydrologic cycle has three major process. First is the evaporation, second is the condensation, and third is the precipitation. Evaporation is the process of a liquid's surface changing to a gas. In the water cycle, liquid water in the ocean, lakes, or rivers evaporates and becomes water vapor. While in condensation is the process of a gas changing to a liquid. In the water cycle, water vapor in the atmosphere condenses and becomes liquid. In precipitation, unlike evaporation and condensation, precipitation is not a process. Precipitation describes any liquid or solid water that falls to earth as a result of condensation in the atmosphere. Precipitation includes rain, snow, and hail. Evaporation, condensation, and precipitation are most important parts of the water cycle or hydrologic cycle. However, they are not the only ones. So the included also the runoff. So what is the runoff? For instance, describes a variety of ways liquid water moves across land. Snowmelt, for example, is an important type of runoff produced as snow or glaciers melt and form streams or pools. So it also included the transpiration. Transpiration is another important part of the water cycle. It is because it is the process of water vapor being released from plants and soil. So let's move on. In continuation, human activities that impacts the hydrological cycle. So vast usage of chemicals, pesticides, fertilizers, and other forms of pollution can cause eutrophication. So what is the eutrophication? Eutrophication is a process in which bodies of water, lake, ponds, and rivers receive excess nutrients that stimulate excessive growth of algae. So as we can see in the picture, that is the example of excessive growth of algae, and that is the result of the human activities. So in this picture also, we can see that the garbage, the waste in the rivers and in the ocean. So chemicals, pesticides, and garbage disposal in bodies of water can all contribute to the destruction of the hydrological cycle. So it is very destruction in us can result harmful or damages in the environment. So the impact of hydrologic cycle in human life. So as we can see, as we can observe in environment, that we cannot live without water. So water is very crucial for us in order to live longer. So the human life cycle is intertwined with the hydrologic cycle. Humans and other living things will perish without water. Water is also used in everyday activities such as irrigation, hydroelectric power plants, groundwater sources, recreational activities, and food production. As a result, the hydrologic cycle is a vital and has a significant influence of human life. So the water cycle is highly essential because it ensures that all living things have access to water and governs weather patterns on our planet. So we would run out of clean water, which is fundamental to life if water did not naturally recycle itself. So the water give us a crucial role in this planet because we cannot live longer without water. So that's all. Thank you.